What is up, guys? It's your boy Paul here, coming at you with another video today. Look, I know it's been, I think, 2 weeks since I uploaded my last one, but I still plan to complete the challenge that I said to myself at the beginning of August, which was upload 120 videos in 120 days. So I'm still going to get that done. I might just do a lot of two-a-days for the next maybe 20 or 25 days or so. Either way, there's been a lot going on. But I feel like I had a discovery during this last 2-week period where I wasn't creating videos that I want to share with you guys, and it just intrigues me as I was reflecting on the 2 weeks. It just intrigues me how it crept in and why I'm trying to go at this again and trying to let's see if this lighting works. Go at it again and make an effort at this. But so the title of this is Why Do People Quit? Why do people quit? And I'm not talking today about workouts or anything like that. It's just why do people quit when it comes to their dreams, when it comes to the things that they want to do, when it comes to learning a new language, getting in the habit of reading, making videos every day, whatever it may be. Why do people quit? And so I feel like during this last 2-week period, it was very interesting for me because something that was happening in September and October was there was momentum, and I was just boom, 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 boom. I felt like I was getting so many things done, and they were just stacking on top of one another, and the momentum was carrying me through that. And then, for some reason, I forget what it was exactly, but for some reason, during the first week of November, there was a couple legitimate days where I was so slammed with things to where I actually just forgot to make the video. I didn't even write it in my planner, and I just forgot to make the video. And it was crazy because not doing that then compounded on itself. And then when I went back to my parents' house, I helped them with landscaping on their new house. It was oh, well, I kind of got a lot of things going on right now. Maybe not for the videos. And then this past week, there was absolutely no reason for me not to make the videos, but it was because I hadn't done any the prior week that I didn't make the videos. And so then I just got to start asking myself, I was like, man, maybe this is why people quit. Maybe this is why people quit, because they don't see the results right away, right? And when I look at that, I kind of laugh because I'm like, man, that was only 2.5 months of work or so, 2.25, and you let doubt creep in. And it just goes to show, if you're not paying attention constantly, you're not on your grind constantly, you're going to give up on these things. You're going to quit whenever you're not seeing the results come through. And so that's what I discovered when I had these past 2 weeks of not making videos. And so that's why I'm getting back in it today, because I'm like, okay, if I had these past 2 weeks of not making videos, I need to get back in the flow to let the work compound on itself. And so that's the message that I want to share with you guys as well today, is whatever you're doing or not doing, it will compound on itself, okay? It will compound on itself. So with whatever big goal that you have in mind or whatever dream that you have in mind, look, if you've taken time off, if you have stopped doing the work, and now you go, oh, I didn't do it yesterday, oh, I didn't do it before, oh, I probably have so many messages piling up, blah, blah, blah. That's the exact reason why you need to get back into it. Don't give up on yourself too early. I hear this one sentence and I love it. It says, people will give college 4 years of their time, but people won't give business 4 months of their time, right? People will give college 4 years of their time, but people won't give a business 4 months of their time. And it's so true, because it's man, for the things that aren't beneficial for us, how many times do we let them, we just go, oh, this is life, and we're just in it, and we just let it be slow, and we just kind of coast, and as long as we're not facing any opposition. But the second we're trying to put our foot out there and do something that benefits us, for some reason we face opposition, right? We face opposition, and it's just discouraging for some people. It's just discouraging. Yeah, it's just discouraging, and it just makes people stop. And then, when they get off their schedule or whatever, then they just stop. And they're like, oh yeah, I tried doing that. I wanted to do that. It's like, no, you really didn't. Either one of the two or none of the two. Either you didn't really try, because 2 months is not trying, okay? Even if you're doing it every day, 2 months is not trying. You got to give it time. Or you really didn't want it. So even if you did, quote unquote, try, you didn't want it. So you didn't put in the extra work that you needed to do in order to get the result. You have to want these things. All progress in any way, shape, or form flows from desire. If you're not progressing, the desire is not there. And if you say, no, Paul, the desire is there, okay, the desire is not strong enough to overcome the other desire for not doing whatever it is that you're not doing. I hope that made sense. So if you say that you have a desire to do the thing, X, Y, Z, to accomplish your goal, but another desire is, making you procrastinate, this desire is greater. So you may have this desire, but it's the lesser of the two, meaning it's going to lose every time when this desire comes into play. Maybe this desires comfort. Maybe this desires security. Maybe this desires, I don't know what else the case may be. You know for yourself. So maybe you do want to go start a business, but your desire for comfort is much greater. Thus, you're never going to start a business, right? So this all flows back into, why do people quit on their dreams? Why do people quit? I think it has to do with losing vision and discouragement. Losing vision and discouragement. You're not seeing the results right away, thus you lose the vision. I've talked about in some of my other videos, and this is everywhere on the internet, that you have to keep your vision in mind. Don't just keep your goals in mind. Don't just keep your goals in mind. And if I'm honest, I think one thing that I forgot to do was go over big picture stuff. Instead, I was just focusing on my daily to-dos. And when you just focus on your daily to-dos, yeah, that's tedious, that's cumbersome, that's, especially when you don't see any results. But you have to keep the big picture in mind that makes you push through all these years or all these months of nothingness. You have to keep the vision in mind. And so, yeah, I just think people lose. The reason why people ultimately quit is because they lose vision of what they first wanted. Like when people are like, oh, I want to go to a diet. Or I want to go on a diet. Why do they want to go on a diet? They want to go on a diet so that they can reach a certain body weight, or so that they can get a certain muscle mass, something along those lines, okay? And the reason why people quit sometime in between is because the pain, the schedule, the idea of going every day and like having to get out of your normal routine because you have to go work out now or change what it is you're eating, that becomes too much, and thus it disintegrates the vision. Because when you're so focused on, I gotta go to the gym again, I can't eat that, I gotta eat this, you're now focusing on the to-dos instead of focusing on the vision, which is why I think the to-dos get so discouraging. And you can apply this anywhere in life. If your to-dos are bigger in your mind and bigger in your head than the vision, you will stop. You will stop. Because eventually your brain goes, what's the point of all this? And if you can't immediately answer that for yourself, it's a downward spiral. It is a downward spiral and it compounds. Remember, every action that you take, every thought that you think compounds on itself. Okay? Everything compounds on itself. So even the best of the best entrepreneurs or musicians or whomever, they get discouraged. So if you don't remember the vision, you will stop the to-dos. Thus, you always have to keep the vision in the front of your mind, talking to yourself every morning and every night of why you're doing what it is that you do. That is ultimately why people quit, because they lose sight of the vision. They lose sight of why they first started in the first place. Right? That is the exact reason why people quit. And I'm sure in some way, shape, or form, there's going to be other responses to me saying, no, Paul, all these other factors that carry into why people quit. I think the ultimate reason is because people lose sight of their vision. And when you lose sight of your vision, you have no reason to do the to-dos, especially when they get hard. Okay? So, yeah, that's pretty much today's video. If it helps, leave it down in the comments below. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who could use this video, if you know someone who is discouraged right now with what it is that they're currently doing, send them this video. Remind them of why they started in the first place. Reignite that vision in their head. Tell them to say it morning and night. Okay? And as always, yeah, share it with other people. So I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.